Oh, I feel good. Ready to play tomorrow. Like Steve said, if it was a playoff game, I would have played Sunday, but just to give me that extra rest, I didn't have the All-Star break off, so just kind of giving me like a little 4 or 5 day break to kind of get healthy and be ready to rock down the stretch.
With Andrew being cleared to play in tomorrow's game, you guys are going to be a whole team for the first time in forever, if not really all season, I think. How exciting is that to know, as you guys have built this momentum over the past couple weeks, now you're finally going to be whole through this final stretch?
Yeah, it's going to be great. I think, throughout the season it's been portrayed that our number of people that can play has been like a weakness of ours, but I think it's a strength for us. Just kind of going any direction Steve can, and whatever the game calls for, he can put out there. And I think that's something that we have that maybe a lot of teams don't. And so to have 11, 12 guys play, it might seem kind of funny, but there's always a method to everything Steve does.
This season, the past week was kind of the first time that you've had to sit for injury. What was that like, being on the sidelines mentally?
It was hard. I wanted to play, but it was a benefit for me, though, just to kind of see things from a different perspective of what the game kind of looks like. Learning things, watching Steph and Chris, just to see it from not on the sidelines or on the sidelines and not in the game. It was definitely a benefit, but as a competitor, you always want to be out there and play.
That was kind of my next question. When you're on your sidelines, did you find yourself like seeing where you might fit in? What were some of like your conclusions that you made watching the game from that perspective? Yeah,
in terms of fitting in, I think no matter who I'm out there with, I can fit in because I just play simple basketball. But it was more so just kind of seeing what kind of gets him in the rhythm, what kind of gets him in the flow, especially like Jonathan, and how to play off guys like that. Just kind of realizing those type of things, being a great role player, just kind of visualizing that.
You guys are rolling in terms of being able to put your team together and close out games. Of course, Denver, Boston, these are kind of litmus tests to see, can we match up against the big teams? Milwaukee Bucks will be another team like that. What are your thoughts going into this game in terms of being able to prove that we're a team that's playoff contender worthy?
Yeah, it's just to win. Really doesn't matter who it is. If we can get to the 6 or 5 seed and play someone 7-game series, have the most confidence to win. And we beat Boston at home, we lost them on the road. So it's like if we play them in a 7-game series, I like our chances. Obviously, we did some things with the lineup of matchups and stuff like that. I didn't play, Andrew didn't play. So, but in terms of tomorrow, just going out there and competing. Last time we played them, we didn't have Chris, Draymond, or Steph. And we kind of held our own, and they had their whole team. So, just another opportunity to go out there and play.
Hey, Brandon, you're obviously an elite shooter in college. You had a game recently where you're 5-5 from 3. How comfortable are you shooting from the NBA line here, 4/5 of the way into your rookie season?
Yeah, very comfortable. Obviously, my percentages aren't as, where I'd like them to be, but I just try to read what the game calls for. If it calls for me to take the shot, I'm going to shoot it. If not, I'm going to try to get something better for the teammates. And I think that's kind of where I've grown in that area. To start, I was maybe a little bit passive, and now I'm just kind of doing what the game calls for. And I think, it's led to success when I'm on the floor because I'm just trying to make the right play.
Someone tweeted out the Western Conference Rookie of the Month rankings, and you put a little note above it. The little things like that still motivate you when you don't see your name?
100%. I mean, I played every game in February, went 11-3, led our team in plus-minus, led all the rookies in plus-minus. All the stats that look at, helping your team win, I led in those categories, and I think that's what matters most to me, and I think it's what matters most to, a team in terms of winning. So I think, I should at least been in the conversation for sure.
And then last time you played Milwaukee, obviously your hometown team, you had a really good game. Just how fun of a matchup is it when you see Milwaukee on a schedule, being that you grew up in that state and you have ties to, I'm assuming you grew up kind of rooting for that organization and whatnot. How fun is it to play them as a pro?
Yeah, I think it's really fun. Obviously, it's more fun back home to play them, but just getting a chance to play. You know, I got to see Giannis get drafted and Jabari Parker when they were kind of making their run and going to games and stuff like that, watching Chris Middleton develop into what he's become. So just watching that and now being able to share the floor with those guys, something you don't take for granted and something I look forward to.